Hi everyone, welcome back to Houseplant Essentials. I'm your host, Bryce. So happy to have you here with me today. In today's video, we're going to be talking about pest control. Yes, those nasty little things that we don't like, pest control. Basically, I break pest control down into two categories. One is prevention. So what are the ways in which we can help prevent pests? And two is treatment and termination. So if we do get pests, what are the ways in which we can get rid of them? So with that, let's get into it. All right, the first category in pest control that I mentioned is prevention. So specifically, what are the ways in which we can help prevent pests? Well, I've got a few different methods that I'd like to share with you. The first method that I like to use in pest prevention is called Neem Oil. This stuff is great. This is a highly concentrated and effective spray that when sprayed upon the leaves of our plants, it gets absorbed, and when a pest comes along and bites the plants, they die. So pretty straightforward, great stuff. You can spray this directly from the bottle, but this is highly concentrated and probably more concentrated than what we need it for. So I like to take some neem oil, and I'll explain my diluted solution for you. I take a spray bottle, and I take some neem oil. In fact, I take a teaspoon of neem oil. I put it in the spray bottle. Then I take a teaspoon of Dawn dish soap. And what is Dawn dish soap used for? So this will actually help clean the dust off our leaves, dust and other debris from our leaves, and it'll help keep the leaves shiny. So this stuff is great to spray in conjunction with the neem oil. And then you put the teaspoon, of neem oil, the teaspoon of Dawn dish soap in a spray bottle, fill the rest up with water. This is a 28-ounce spray bottle, so you can get my measurements, and just shake it up, and it's great, perfect to use. I recommend using this on like a monthly basis. So I personally clean my leaves on a monthly basis. I go and spray them down, wipe them down with a rag, and you're giving your plants some pest control while also cleaning it. So that's how I use neem oil, and that was my first method of prevention. So now I just want to show you how I use neem oil. So our neem oil spray is pretty straightforward. All we want to do is spray down all the leaves front and back, and that will actually be good. So we can go ahead and do that. So that was our neem oil spray, and I just want to mention that you don't need to wipe it down if you don't want to. If you just want to spray it down the leaves, that's good enough for at least pest control. It just may not get all of the dust and debris off that I like to clean it off with. So that's it for neem oil. All right, the second method that I like to use in pest prevention is known as mosquito bits. Yes, great stuff. This stuff obviously fights mosquito larvae, but it also helps against fungus gnats. Yes, fungus gnats, oh my God, bat, bat, bat. No, I'm not having an epileptic seizure. I am pretending to have fungus gnats around me, because we all know how terrible and annoying they are, and they can really do some damage to our plants. So this stuff is great, and I'll show you how to use it. Okay, so to use mosquito bits, pretty straightforward. All we want to do is take 4 tablespoons of mosquito bits and add it to a gallon of water. All right, so I've got some mixed up here that's ready to go, And yeah, I'll just take you to the kitchen and show you how to use it. Okay, here we are in my small little kitchen. Yeah, so to use Mosquito Bits, it's pretty straightforward. We're just gonna use it as we're watering our plants. So I use Mosquito Bits as a preventative measure every second watering, if that makes sense. And just so happens that I have my peace lily here that needs some Mosquito Bits. So I'm gonna grab not my Mosquito Bits, my peace lily, and just simply going to bottom water it just like I normally do. So I'll show you that. Okay, so as you can see, I've taken this baking tray and I have filled it with about 3/4 of an inch of water. And now to use Mosquito Bits, it's very straightforward. We take the stuff that we've made in the gallon water jug, and I'll give you one tip before I pour it in there. See the top of my cap that right here? I've actually taken my drill bit and put some holes in the top, so that way it strains the Mosquito Bit stuff and without it getting all over the place. So very simple solution to that. So now I want to take the Mosquito Bits and just dump it in. All right, that's probably good. I don't have a measured amount. I just go off what I feel till it gets up to about an inch of water. And now we just want to take our peace lily and just stick it in water and see it down below. It's sitting in there and we want it to sit for 20 minutes. Just like I said in my bottom watering video, and after 20 minutes we'll come back. All right, so the peace lily is still sucking up some water, and while it's doing that, I just thought I'd mention that if you top water, it's the same sort of deal that it is with bottom watering, except that you're going to use your can or whatever you use to water, you know, fill it up, the majority of the water, I'd say 3/4 of the way with water, and with 1/4 of Mosquito Bits, and simply just water as usual. Pretty straightforward. So it's now been 20 minutes and our peace lily is thoroughly watered. Now all we want to do is just let it drip dry like it normally would. So I'm going to take this to my shower and let it drip dry. The third method that I like to use in pest prevention is ground cinnamon. Simple, effective, and so straightforward. And you can get it at the store. Using ground cinnamon is super easy as well. You just simply sprinkle it on the top of the soil and there you go, you have it. Great way to help prevent pests. Okay, my fourth and final method of pest prevention is quarantine. What does that mean exactly? So when we bring a plant home from a plant shop, a nursery, a store, or a private cellar, wherever we bring it, it's really important that we let these plants set aside for about a week while they quarantine. All right, so that's the #1 way to bring pests into our house. So if we can combat that by quarantine, that's the best way to go. So that's it for pest prevention. Now let's talk treatment. And for treatment, I've got one answer for you, and that's Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew by Bonide. This stuff is the most effective stuff that I have ever seen and have ever used. And I highly recommend getting it. You can get it on Amazon for like $12. Yeah, you can't beat this. It's amazing. So go out and get some. Okay, so that'll be it for today's video. I hope that you were able to take away some information about pest prevention and the 4 ways that I've lined out. And then the #1 way to treat pests, in my opinion, is Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew. Go out and get some if you can. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you get notified when I put out new content. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.